Hello everybody. Just bringing you along for feed this morning. I've already taken care of the chickens, the turkeys and ducks and goats. But I've also made an executive decision this morning. We are going to try and see how these guys do with the goats. And I'm highly considering seeing how the ducks do in with the pigs. No particular reason on that part, but we've definitely got to figure out something to do with Wilbur, because I just don't like him being in here. I think he stresses her out, and that's not good. And of course, all the birds would rather have everybody else's food instead of their own, which is way over there, as you can see. Oh, so aggravating. I need to get some chicken wire and run around there, and they won't be able to get in there no more. That's all future stuff. If they would eat the food they're supposed to eat, I don't think our egg production would be as low as it is. Anyway, as for an update, we had Toby. We have moved, I think it was 6 chicks over into the chicken coop. I think the rest of them are still, I don't know, I'd give it a month. They're still just a little bit small for me to want to put over there. So, that being said, we're going to wait on that part. But, reason for separating the turkeys is because I've paid attention for quite some time now. And they have a real big issue bullying all the other birds out of their feed. So we're going to see if we can separate them, and hopefully the goats don't get a hold of food they're not supposed to, and we can keep everybody healthy and happy, and I'm hoping it'll all work out. If not, it's not going to hurt the turkeys to eat the goat feed, but I like to try to keep everybody on the feed they should be on, layer pellets and, sweet feed, and, rabbits have their feed. What on earth is going on with this camera? It's like it's not transitioning. Oh. And you may be wondering, how am I doing since I got kicked? Well, I'm doing okay. He didn't get me that bad. It was just a graze, luckily. Can add it to the bragging rights, I guess. I'm not bragging, I can tell you that. I know how lucky I am that he got me how he did, because it could be a lot worse. I think if it was any more graphic than what it was, I wouldn't have shown it anyway. Wasn't mad at him. I was a little irritated, yes, but he's just reacting the way that they react. There's no point in me getting overly upset with him and doing something I'll regret. So give me just a minute. I gotta shake this up so I can put it in their bin. All right. There we go. Got you all dirty. Just wanted you to see that. In case anybody ever wanted a close-up of feed going into a trough, there you go. But anyway, my side hurts a little bit. I had more of the muscle pain, like bruising pain, in my arm. And just one more second while I latch this chain back. Sorry folks, we're using the phone today. My arm still gets a little fatigue, starts hurting, but for the most part we're healing up great. And I am lucky he didn't get a more direct hit, because I guarantee I'd been in a lot more pain, and I probably wouldn't be walking around here feeding animals, at least not to the full extent. I am stubborn, so I'd probably be out here doing something, but I do know when it's time to stop as far as that goes. Mainly because I don't want to be in pain. But today I'm by myself. My dear wife had to go take my mom to her doctor's appointment. My mom wanted somebody to ride with her, so she asked my wife if she would mind, and of course, my wife has nothing better to do. She's still stuck at home. She doesn't do real well with stairs anymore, and she still deals with pain, but she's trying to heal. She was released back to work with restrictions, but the restrictions she has, she can't go back to work. So they're trying to find an alternate option, an alternative, that we're crossing fingers and praying, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We are trying to see if we can get her back to work in a position that would allow her to go back. So if not, she's here for a few more weeks, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. And we've been kind of taking it easy, so a whole lot hasn't been getting done. We got the kids' trampoline set back up. We're still in the process of working with that. Some of the stuff didn't want to go back together right, and they were jumping on it last night. Seemed to work fine, but I've still got to get it secured and anchored down like we had it before. But yeah, other than that, we've just been kind of taking it easy. I could run those machines all day, every day, as long as I can keep them fueled up. I would run them. And sometimes you got to realize when it's becoming too much and take a break. So that's kind of what we've been doing this week, just kind of doing little stuff here and there, taking it easy, and trying to figure out future projects, trying to see if we can plan some things, and we're as far as where we're going to go from here, what project is next, stuff like that, just getting some ideas together. And you got to know what direction you're going, right? So we got the majority of the mobile home stuff cleaned up. A lot of it now is just kind of scraping the dirt. I'm gonna have to pick it up by hand. The grapple can't grab it anymore because it's too small, and unfortunately the loader got bent on the tractor, so it's hard to scrape without really gouging the ground. So we're just using the bucket of the tractor, throwing stuff in by hand, and then I'm just kind of dragging the ground and working that dirt up into a pile. And once I figure out what to do with it, we'll put that dirt somewhere. But I just want to make sure it's free of any kind of debris and things, and get it to where it's a decent looking front yard. So that being said, it's been a slow week. Just kind of all over the place, getting little things done, not enough really to record. So we may be moving the emu. I think I found a spot for him, but I'm still trying to decide if that's what we want to do or not. We're thinking about trying to separate that from this and go ahead and tear this down and leave that, because if we move the emu, we could potentially use this for putting the rabbits in, and then the rabbits would be in undercover pretty much at all times, so we wouldn't have to really worry about too much sun, too much rain, things like that, just really beating down on those hutches. And we would know they're a little bit safer. Talking about reusing some of those materials, so that way I don't lose a spot to park the equipment. But that's a lot of rebuilding that I would have to do. I'm not sure how long of a project that's going to be, to try to reuse the materials. I'm going to have to get up there and take things off by hand, see how it comes off, if we can save it, and then I have to figure out a plan after that, because there's no point in continuing that project, because all I'm doing is parking equipment in it, and whether it's equipment or animals, I just haven't been able to advance enough on that project. It's an unstable building, and it's a matter of time before it would collapse with high winds and things blowing on it. I think we're just going to call it quits on that project. We're going to see if we can get a barn brought in and erected, of course, but we're looking at our options for barns. We're going to see what we can do there as far as that goes. I think that will open up a lot of opportunities for these animals. I think we'd be able to get rid of the camper potentially. I don't know, I may use that like a brooder house. I don't know. You know, put all the incubators and stuff in there, and I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyway, it gives an opportunity to build, you know, have a nice chicken coop area, a nice tack room for the horse tack, and be a nice shelter for all the animals, because that's what I'm looking for. If I'm going to have a barn, I'm going to have it for everybody. That may or may not take away from equipment storage, but that's fine, because we still have beside the garage that I can add on to, and we can park equipment under there. I can store hay under there. We still have options out there, is what I'm saying. But if I'm gonna have a barn, I want to utilize the barn. I don't want to just have a couple stalls off to the side and a big old storage area. It'd be nice to have that area to store hay in, sure. But, you know, I want to be able to take the horses in and out and everything else. It'd be nice for the emu to have their own stall. And, you know, the pigs, being able to section them off into their own stalls and runs outside. Same with the goats. Have a little chicken coop off of there. I think that would be nice. I don't know why people steer away from doing that anymore. It just makes sense to have everything in one building, and it's worked for longer than I've been alive, and probably some of you. It's just been the way it is, but my chickens and stuff would probably get in there regardless and still lay eggs in there, so I might as well put them in there. But now that being said, we're looking into barn options, and I think it would really open up a good opportunity for this place. We can get rid of some of the dilapidated structures we've been trying to make work, and move on to better things. Like I said, we wouldn't have to use the camper as a coop necessarily. We could use it for other things, animal related, or we could just completely get rid of it. That's one of the older things around here that we're still using. I think I have figured out a good plan for the old camper, the trailer there. Those beams are a little bit longer than I need, but I think they're going to work under the house for getting the house jacked up and re-leveled. They're good sturdy steel beams, and I think if I use 2 of them, I think we'll be okay. As our main deal is to jack up the middle of the floor. We're not wanting to take the whole weight of the house. We just want to support the middle of the floor where everything is bowed, and get that brought back up. I did work a little bit on the kitchen area where that beam bows because it was not installed properly, and got to explain to my wife what all we need to do there to get that proper, and we're going to work on that. So home improvements are still going on, and they probably will for a long time. As just like anybody else, I can only work with the materials I have on hand, and sometimes that can take a while. So we're doing what we can as we can, and I know I'm okay with that. It's a lot cheaper than hiring crews to come in here and do this, because there's no telling how much we would have been out just in fees for labor. So you know, they had quoted us $100,000 to come in and do our electrical. That was absolutely ridiculous. So I've got electrical in every room, and it didn't cost me $100,000. So anyway, we are trying to improve and continue improving for these animals. They are the heart of our operation here, and I really honestly couldn't tell you what I'd do without them. They are like my children. They keep me going. They give me something to do. I enjoy being out here with them as much as I can. I love interacting with them. I love training them. I mean, it's just, it's an awesome feeling. And oh, this poor girl, look how big she is. She's just, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I am sure she is ready to have those things. But I don't know what I'd do without the animals, because I absolutely love animals. And if I'm going to be stuck with this place, we're going to be making it work. We're going to do what is necessary to get this place brought into shape for these animals, and for everybody's health and well-being. And that's what we're working on. That's what we've been doing. But everybody needs a break. Everybody needs to step back a little bit. And I don't want to overwhelm my family out here doing this every day, all day, because it burns you. And I don't want them to get burnt out. The kids love getting on the equipment with us and learning how to work the equipment and things like that, and I enjoy teaching them. But no matter what it is, they can get burnt out real quick, and I don't want to do that, because if they do, they're not going to be so amped up to help again in the future. So we don't want to burn anybody out. We want to get this done. We don't want to kill ourselves doing it. And I don't mean that literally. And that's not aimed at anybody that's mental health issues or anything. Literally a figure of speech. But I will run myself until I'm absolutely plumb exhausted, and that's the way I've always been. Unfortunately, that stage comes a lot quicker for me physically. If I'm doing any kind of physical labor, physical work, especially with my arms, the fatigue and things come a lot quicker than they used to. So that's been quite an adjustment for me. So I am highly grateful that we have the equipment that we have that has made this just so much easier and so much quicker. Because it's an absolute blessing. It really is. It's an absolute blessing. I'm trying to figure out what is over here by the tree. And now that I'm even closer, I'm not sure if that's an old cup or what that is, but that's all right. We'll get that cleaned up too. We're still in that process. I've still got some things I've got to come get with the grapple and things like that, but got a little bit of dirt work still left to do. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I think upcoming projects are going to be getting the dirt cleaned up along where I clean the ditch out over here. I'm going to finish cleaning up the brush that was left by the road. We had to take the tractor back because the third function quit working, so couldn't use the grapple. That has been fixed. We are waiting to see if the loader is covered by our warranty or not, but other than that, I should be able to get that dirt cleaned up still, regardless. It is bent, but it's not bent horrible enough that I can't move dirt. So that's going to be one of the projects. I'd really like to get that cleaned up. That's right out by the road. People see that as they drive by. I'm tired of looking at it myself. But man, I can tell you, this place has been getting some attention. We have been getting some attention. That is to say the least. I'm not sure if everybody around here even knew we had all these animals, to be honest with you. They can never see over here. I know there's a lady that drives by. She loves seeing the garden. She loves seeing the progress on the garden. And she just enjoyed driving by it every day, and it appears that she does the same thing, being able to see those animals now, and that's kind of awesome. She hasn't said it, but she always drives by looking, and we also have another neighbor that does the same. Some of them are just curious what's going on over here, what we're doing, and we've had a lot of compliments on what we're doing over here, how we've cleaned the place up, and it makes you feel good. It's still not how we envisioned. We we dreamed big, and we're still working toward those goals, so we are getting there. This was a start, getting this place cleaned up, and we're gonna keep working on it. As I mentioned before, the garden is going to be moving next year, hopefully. We've talked about fencing off a little bit of the front yard up here to have for us to enjoy without animals. It'd be nice to have some flowers planted somewhere that aren't going to be ate by the horses, or the chickens aren't too bad. They have been in the garden. They haven't really destroyed anything in the garden, things like that. But boy, I tell you what, those horses are just destructive to planting anything. They're almost like goats. They eat and eat and eat, and it doesn't matter what it is. That could be your great grandmother's tulip. They're gonna chew it off. So yeah, having a little area that's not for animals would be wonderful. At least farm animals. Occasionally you'll get the dog that eats a flower for some reason, but I'm not worried about that, because they don't eat the whole plant. The whole thing's not gone. They'll just pluck some leaves off or something. But that being said, we really want to have as much real estate as possible for the animals, and that is our goal. So we are still planning on getting seed to put down. A lot of this is nice, light and fluffy. I think a little bit of rain would help. If not, I may figure out how to just kind of dampen the soil so it's not just a light fluff ball, and that way the seed has something to kind of bed into. I don't know yet. We'll have to see, as it's just like walking on a cloud in most of this. It's just it's ridiculous. We need some rain, settle everything down, and anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I really don't know what more to say. Most of the updates I've told you. Most of our upcoming plans that are for sure can do, I have told you. We are still going to be working with Dakota. We're going to get where we can load him and unload him, and it'll get better in time. So we're going to continue working with him. That's not a problem at all. I want to also wish everybody luck that's dealing with this tropical storm coming in, hurricane, whatever they want to call it. It's been back and forth whether it was a hurricane, tropical storm into hurricane. Anyway, it's on land, and it is still able to be destructive. So I just want to wish everybody the best. I hope everybody makes it out. I really do. Mother Nature can be cruel sometimes. But that's just a part of our lives. I'm hoping I don't have to go anywhere, but I am going to see what I might be able to do to go help some people if need be. I have the equipment to help clean up. I might as well do so, and I'm just hoping I don't have to. So I've already let them know that if I'm needed to let me know. I'll see what I can do about heading that direction and helping them get cleaned up, because I'm hoping it kind of dies down by the time it gets up here, but they are, according to the path, they are definitely going to get hit, and we just don't know what kind of destruction that's going to bring yet. So my prayers and thoughts are with everybody out there on that part that are in the path of this storm. We're still trying to figure out if we're going to get anything from it or not, but we're pretty far out there on the outskirts, so I think if we do get anything, it's just going to be a little thunderstorm, and it'll be over with. But I know a lot of people are going to be dealing with high winds, possible tornadoes, a lot of water, so definitely thoughts and prayers your way. And I think I'm going to end it here, guys. I am going to start working on that editing. I just haven't had the ability to do it yet. Not that I don't have the ability, it's just I haven't got to it yet. So it is in my plans, and we're going to see what happens there. I've just been trying to get some things done here. I've got some more things I'm wanting to get done, so I'm not sure 100% when that will be coming out, but it will be coming out, I do promise you that. I was just trying to find some time where I can. We're still trying to get things done, especially when the kids aren't home. It's so much easier to do, and like I said, stay tuned. I'll get it out there. I'll get it done. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time.